Welcome back. It's now time for your midday sports. Now, electing to bat, the West Indies were reeling at 87 for 5 at sports time in the post-lunch session against India on day one of their first test at Windsor Park in Dominica. Debutant Alec Athanaze, who is on 24, has so far top scored. Tejnarayan Chandapol, 12, Craig Brathwaite, 20 and Raymond Reefer, 2 departed to have the Caribbean team at 47 for 3 at one stage. Jamaican and vice-captain Jermaine Blackwood, 14, fell on the stroke of lunch as the regional team went to the interval at 68 for 4. Ravi Chandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja have taken 2 wickets each so far. Shardul Thakur is the other wicket-taker. The Windies fielded 2 spinners in the team, with Rakeem Cornwall and Jamel Warrican being selected. Meanwhile, the Indians handed debuts to wicketkeeper Ishan Kishan and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Now, defending champions Jamaica Tallawahs have filled their final overseas slot for this season's Caribbean Premier League with the acquisition of Australian all-rounder Ben Cutting. Cutting has played at the CPL before with the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots in 2018. The 36-year-old has experience in playing all the major T20 leagues around the world and will bring lower-order hitting and bowling to the Tallawahs lineup. Meanwhile, 2 other teams have filled their overseas spots. South African Tristan Stubbs will play for the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Pakistani Saeem Ayub will deck out for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. The Amazon Warriors have also announced that Ramanullah Gurbaz will not be available for some of this year's CPL due to international commitments. Hunting a third appearance in the CONCACAF Gold Cup final, Jamaica's senior reggae boys take on 8-time winners Mexico in tonight's second semi-final in Las Vegas, Nevada. The reggae boys are unbeaten so far in the tournament and made their way into the last 4 by clipping Guatemala 1-0 in Sunday's quarter-final. Despite losing their final group game to Qatar, Mexico topped their group and brushed aside Costa Rica 2-0 for their spot in the final 4. The last time both teams met in the semi-final was 2015 when the Jamaicans prevailed 1-0 on the back of a Kemar Lawrence free kick, and head coach Hamir Hulgrimson is backing his players to get into Sunday's final.
We know the strengths, we've gone over the strengths, so powerful team, like you said, high pressing, a lot of energy on the ball, a lot of off the ball runs, third man running into spaces, so we need to be really careful when playing them. So, like I said, after the Guatemala game, they are kind of the same version of football style, but they have, of course, better players playing at a higher level. So it's going to be a tougher game with higher pace than against Guatemala. And we've gone over how we want to approach this game. We will do it again tonight on the last meeting. So, yeah, but how we're going to do it, you're not going to get that answer from me.
This evening's match starts at 9:06 p.m. Jamaica time. Hosts and defending champions USA will battle Panama in the other semi-final today, starting at 6:30 in the evening. Double Olympic 800-meter champion Casta Semenya says justice has spoken after the European Court of Human Rights ruled in her favour on Tuesday. Semenya won her appeal against the government of Switzerland for not protecting her rights, which dates back to a Swiss Supreme Court ruling in 2020. In a statement, the 32-year-old South African said the decision has been a long time coming. She added that she's elated at the outcome of the ruling. Semenya was born with differences of sexual development and is not allowed to compete in any track events without taking testosterone-reducing drugs. She has been in a long-running dispute with World Athletics, who require athletes with DSDs to have hormone treatment in order to compete in female track events, something Semenya refuses to do. Semenya's statement also said she's suffered a lot at the hands of the powers that be and has been treated poorly. And that does it for your midday sports report. Shamela?
Thank you, Jordan. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.